welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at Ghost Town VR. This is actually the first time I actually kind of review or speak about a VR game on my channel, so this is a big step. So first, as usual, let's go over the formalities. I purchased the game myself. I got it from Steam, of course, as a bundle with the Room VR. The game by itself is $29.99 USD or 4,700 yen. I got it with the room, so it was a little bit over 5,700 yen. The footage is recorded by me, so it uses my own VR. I only have a Quest 2, which is kind of old, so keep that in mind. Just a little side note, this game does have a demo if you want to try it before you buy it. And the progress you do in the demo goes into the full game. That's what I did because I wasn't sure it was going to run the Quest 2 since, like I said, it's an older model. So I tried it and then I fell in love with the game and I bought it. So what is Ghost Town? Ghost Town is a story-driven puzzle game. And as the name implies, Ghost Town, there's a little bit of spookiness, of creepiness, in all of that kind of things in the game. The story is pretty good. It took me places where I had no idea where it was leading me. So I'll try to keep the spoilers as little as possible, but you play as Edith, who has her own business, ghost hunting business, with her partner Rena, and the story takes you through a lot of things to try to find out what happened to your brother. I really don't want to spoil a lot more about the story than this because I believe um, the story is pretty much the journey of the game. And then, of course, there's the environment, which are really, really nice. The graphics are pretty good. I played on high for the graphics, and there's a lot of things that I had a lot of fun just looking around and exploring, which was it basically ignited my love for VR again. I really, really enjoyed just, moving my flashlight around the room. The game doesn't have a lot of things you can interact with. And I think that's by design so that you're not confused when you work on the puzzles. So the things you can interact with in general are doorknobs, of course, the puzzle pieces, and also you find some collectibles in the game. I personally really enjoyed the voice acting, the noises and everything like that in the game. It completely immersed me in. The puzzles, some were harder than others. You have a hint system in your menu. So when you open your inventory, you can pull up a tab at the bottom that will give you hints. I didn't use them at all because I wanted to solve the puzzle by myself. That's the way I've always been with puzzle games. But if you're stuck with a puzzle, you have like hints in game to be able to help you so you don't have to take off the headset and search for clues on the internet. So that was really nice, I think. However, one of the bad things that I have to say about the game is that it's too short. I want more. Give me more of this game. Give me more. Devs, I'm totally waiting for a second one, okay? So Ghost Town was my first time playing a puzzle game or like a point and click game in VR, and it completely changed like my thoughts about like puzzle games. I've always loved puzzle games, and that I used to play The Longest Journey, Siberia, and stuff like that. And playing Ghost Town in VR was mind blowing to me, and like doing the puzzles with your with your own hands and stuff like that. It was just like so immersing. And I found myself wishing that I could play like The Longest Journey in Siberia and games like that in VR as well. Actually, playing this made me buy other games like Seven Guests and, other more reviews to come. I really liked the characters in the game. The way they interact with each other, and especially with Edith, the characters have like a motivation. They have something behind them that they want to accomplish, or so they didn't feel like empty NPCs. I'd also like to go a little bit over the settings in the game. The game offers a lot of comfort uh, settings. You can play standing up, you can play seated, which was a blessing. I tried to play standing up in the beginning, and I have a back, so at some point my lower back started aching, so I sat down and I just changed it in the menu, and poof, I could continue playing. The game also lets you teleport like I did in the video in the back, or you can also just use free movements if you wish. Because you can teleport most of the game, I wasn't feeling um, motion sick or anything. However, there are three places that I felt it a little bit. I was fine for two of them, but one of them was a little bit difficult. They're pretty early on, so I don't mind spoiling them a little bit. In the beginning, you are on a ship. So, being on the ship, of course, you'll see the water go by, and it can make some people feel a little bit motion sick. Then, in the really close by afterwards, you get on a lift that brings you like not really a gondola, but like a lift that will transport you from one place to the other. That's another one where you're moving without actually moving. But this one I didn't feel any motion sickness, but I'm assuming some people would. And the one that really got me is just because I'm really afraid of elevators. And there's a thing in the elevator, but this one has story elements to it. So if I was sitting down, I was fine. If I was standing up, I needed to hold myself on a chair to be able to watch the scene without like um panicking. But other than that, most of the game is pretty good. The environment and the scenes and everything can be a little bit creepy in the beginning, so not so much. But the further and further you go into the story, the more creepiness like starts appearing to you, and like it becomes creepier and like a little bit scarier. I've watched reviews before starting the game, and some people said, well, most people said there is no um, jump scare, which is generally true, but there are some things that made me jump. So just keep that in mind. Like they're not full jump scares, but they made me jump. But if you love horror games, this is not gonna scare you, you know? But if you're like me and you're really scared of everything, then some of it might scare you. So, what did I think about the game? I totally loved it. I do want to play it again once I start forgetting a little bit about the puzzles. I really want to play through the game again. But I really, really loved it. I really, really, really hope there's going to be a sequel because I want more. I want more. All in all, I love the game. Like I said, it was short, and especially, you know, because it's VR, the price is higher, but I really, really enjoyed it. And I would, if there is a second one ever coming, I'm going to buy it in a heartbeat. Again, a reminder, the game as a demo. It's the beginning of the game. You get to play through the whole beginning of the game and see if you like it. And then if you do, you can buy it after trying it and making sure it works on your system. The link to both the game and the demo, which are on the same link, are going to be in the description. Every time there is a demo available, take advantage of it. And like I said, in this case, your progress in the demo follows into the real game. So if you play, you don't have to replay the same thing like 10 minutes later because you decided to buy the game. You can just continue right where you're off. Again, this is not a review. It's my thoughts on the game. So there is not going to be any like scores like, oh yeah, 9 out of 10, stuff like that, because I am not a professional. I just share my thoughts about games. That's it. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps a lot. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more stuff like this, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next video or next stream. Bye bye.